Hey guys, so welcome back to Pal's Polytunnel. I'm back in the poly. I've been to the garden centre. I noticed I was getting some mulch, and while I was there I saw all sorts of stuff. I thought, well, these plants are several weeks on compared to mine, and I've not had any germination of my peppers. I'll show you, look. So I've got 3 different cucumber types. They're looking beautiful. The lids come off. I've got 3 sun gold, they're just my extra emergency tomatoes that I put in. So I've got loads of cucumbers, but look, the pepper, just nothing germinated. Garlic's doing very well, that's looking good. The salad leaf, I'm actually going to take the lid off this one, maybe that lid now. So salad leaf's looking good. Coriander's looking good. I've got my blue lake beans, they're coming along nicely. This little guy's pretty big, I'm going to pot him on probably. And the other garlic's now come up a little bit, that's doing well. And the tatsoy's looking good, that's ready for a transplant down into the soil below. Spinach not so good, 1 germination. The bazuna, that's looking about ready to come out. Strawberries, they're just getting there, they're starting to move along a little bit, they're looking nice. Wildflower meadow, just doing well. Thyme, that's germinated nicely. And my poppies, I'm quite excited about poppies because I've never grown them before. So, what did I get from the garden centre? Well, I got some El Santa. There you go. What I look for with the plants here, I'll show you, look, is a little bit of growth right down here. So they all look like they're about to sprout. So I'm going to put them in some more hanging baskets. They're going to hang up here just temporarily. I got a grafted pepper. Now they're really expensive, these, but look at this guy. He's really big already. So I thought, well, let's get him in the polytunnel ready to go. And these are looking nice as well. It's a bit floppy, that one, but we've got a sweet pepper yellow bullhorn. This one, sweet pepper, this is New Ace, and this one's New Ace, so they're like a pair. And the grafted one, what I wanted to do is compare what happens to the grafted one compared to the other 2 in the same circumstances. So I'm going to pot them up and we're going to see how I go. I think initially, because they're higher up, so they get a little bit more light temperature, and clearly this little guy needs a bit of support, and I'll show you my little machine for doing clips on stuff. That's quite useful. And here, look, Greek creamy yogurt, and we've saved all the pots. Now I just used a Stanley knife, really simple. You just literally do like a little notch. Be really careful not to chop your fingers off. I've got so many of these pots, I've got loads of them. So the idea is I'm going to recycle and use these 2 or 3 years and see how they go, but at least they're not going to pollute the environment, and the little bits of plastic are going to go in the bin. Hopefully they'll get recycled as well. So there we go. So join me in a second, I'll show you what I've managed to do with these little guys. Okay then people, so I found a slightly better way to sort this. So this is my little soldering iron, it's a flame. So I'm melting a little hole in there, and I'm using my snips. These snips are a lot faster, so I've snipped out, they're a lot more controllable actually. And then it's literally just drop the torch in, and then you can actually put a stick through it. See, that one's burned a little bit there, that's alright. Depends on how it goes. So let's try another one. Here we are, in the middle, not too much. So maybe about to that much. And then let's see. And then I was trying to poke the little stick through. Yeah. That's about it. It's a bit hard to do it with one hand clearly. But there you go. Let's go a bit. Pull it out. There you go. So the stick gets a bit messy, but that works quite well actually. And then when it dries off, you've got a hole in the middle, you've got holes around the sides, so you've got lots of drainage, and it's a free pot. And that's the key bit, isn't it? Free pot works really well. Maybe like that one. I think that one's a different plastic. I think a lot of it depends on what plastic you're using, but that's quite a hard one. This is a little bit thinner, so it's a bit of it's a two-handed job really. So I'm going to work my way through my pots, and then I'm going to do some planting. Okay, so I've potted up the peppers. So it's really simple. Just did half a pot of compost, bit of vermiculite, drop the little guy straight in, a little bit of a push down. I've got my stake in. I think actually I was gonna clip them round, but I think they'll do for the moment. Just a little bit of support. Just sometimes they do waft a bit. It just might help. We'll give them a day or 2, and then we'll see how we're going. So we'll move on to planting out a few more things. Okay, so there's loads of ways to grow basil, but I have to say germinating basil is particularly tricky. So here I've just gone to the supermarket, I've picked up a little pot of basil, and I'm going to use the ready rooted basil, and I've wet my compost in a dip little holes, and I'm just going to put in what I've got. Simple as that, let it grow on, and it really works that. So I'm going to plant some in the greenhouse later of course, but this will just get me started because it's not actually massively hot in here. So see how these go. These could always get transplanted again into the greenhouse if I could put some new stuff in as well. So I'm going to get on with that, I'll show you the result. Right then guys, what I actually realised is I've got 8 of quite little basil plants, and I've got 4 that are actually a little bit bigger. So I think my plan is I'm going to put these 4 into bigger pots, actually pot them on, and they'll go into the greenhouse soil. And then these ones, these are going to go in here, which is perfect for just the windowsill in the house, just for a few leaves here and there. Whereas these ones are going to be like my big pesto basil for later in the season, whereas these are, like I said, just in a salad or something like that. So, and it's so easy, it's just literally just take the root, drop it in, get it in nice and firm. Job done. That's ready to go, and it will just be a few weeks before it really is happy. And because we've watered already, those holes are perfect. So it's so easy to do. Okay, so we've been quite busy doing various bits and pieces. I'm actually thinking before these poppies take any more of a root, I'd already prepared this little seed tray. It's quite a big sort of space, but look, I've started pricking out these little poppies, and they're so delicate. I've got these little tools that help. So what I've got, this little tool here, make a little hole, this one, and then what I can do is this other one, let's get it in camera, this little scoop. So the idea is that you just come in very delicately, you try and scoop out, loosen the soil, and you get a very thin root there. You see that really thin root? Hand in the way now. There, got that really thin root, haven't I? So then that really thin root, we're then going to just drop the little guy into the hole there, really gently. It helps if you use the little spike. So hold on, there we go, look, so you just use this to push the little one in, really delicate, and that'll be perfect. And then that's going to grow really nicely, and then when they've grown a little bit more, we've got a proper root ball, I'm going to put them out in the garden, and I'll have the best chance to survive. So I've got quite a lot of these poppies here to do. It's a bit time consuming, but this is your way to take something that was free pack of seeds from one of these companies online, and make it into something quite valuable. Imagine how much it would cost if you actually had to buy all these poppy plants from the garden centre. So you can join me when I've finished. Okay then guys, so I think that's about it on the polytunnel front. We've had a bit of a move around, so garlic's up here, got the tatsoi, got the beans. This little guy I'm going to leave a little bit longer, and then I'm going to hook him out. Lettuce have moved there to get the light. We've got the peppers that have been transplanted from the garden centre, including the huge one. I've brought one tray of my tomatoes out because it's a lot warmer out here. Kept one inside for insurance in case. So on the window ledge, I've got some big basil over here. My little basil went inside. I've done the strawberry plants. See how they do in the hanging baskets. We've got my cucumbers now. I've got the lid off, so they're looking really nice. And the tomato, some gold. Peppers, nothing happened, so we're leaving them there. We've planted out one tray of poppies there. Time's looking good. We're going to leave that, let it get a bit stronger. And then here's the other tray. I've left the lid off for the moment. So they're the other lot of poppies. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I've got 40 poppies there. Plus, I couldn't let these little guys go wasted. 5 more in there. So 45. And then we've got our Mizuna. But I'm going to do that another day. I can't be bothered today to do any more. I think I've had enough. But I think the Mizuna is about ready to come out, and we're going to start planting down here, which as well as having a tidy up. So we're going to start putting the lettuce in all along around the edge of the pathway, and then we'll be able to start harvesting. And some of this lettuce as well. This is going to go in as well pretty shortly, and then we'll go from there. And the tatsoi, so it's going to be, I think the next video might be sort of lettucey stuff. Salad crop is going to go out. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Join me on the next video of Hal's Polytunnel. Oh, and actually, hold on. Oh, he's started to get. It's a wasp. There's already a bee out actually today. It's a nice little wasp there, doing their work, doing their business. Hopefully we'll get a few more in and out. Oh, and actually, you can see in the background, because it's over 25, automatic windows working, so that's working nicely. It's a bit of a windy day today, so I'm now closing up. So there we go. Catch me later.